At certain moments, the silence surrounding the backstage at St. James Park speaks louder than any explosive headline. It's as if a new move is about to begin, yet still hidden beneath layers of caution. Discreet meetings and decisions in progress. The atmosphere at Newcastle United feels different. There's more tension in the air, conversations are more guarded, and the smiles in interviews seem slightly more forced. And when that happens, sharp-eyed fans know something big is coming. Have you ever felt that a single decision could completely change the course of a project? That's exactly the kind of moment unfolding in the corridors of the club right now. There's a piece in the market that, if placed correctly on the Magpies' chessboard, could solve a long-standing problem while ushering in a new tactical phase for Newcastle's defense. But this isn't just any player. This is a name attracting interest from Premier League giants and, according to reliable sources, his future is still wide open. By the way, if you're a true Newcastle fan and follow every move of the club closely, now is the perfect time to subscribe to the channel. It helps us keep bringing you the hottest updates, with clear, direct reporting tailored for those who live and breathe this black and white passion. Your subscription is like a last-minute goal. It changes everything and pushes the team forward. Back to what's happening behind the scenes. What makes this situation even more intriguing is that we're not talking about a basic squad addition. The potential arrival of this player would mean a structural shift in how Eddie Howe sets up his defensive line. Sources indicate that Newcastle are eyeing a defender who combines physical strength, excellent game-reading ability, and impressive international experience, and who is also being tracked by clubs such as Manchester United, Tottenham, and Nottingham Forest. So, what exactly is Newcastle planning? Well, it's time to reveal the central figure of this story. According to reports from Caught Offside, Newcastle United are one of 4 Premier League clubs monitoring the situation of centre-back Ndicka, currently at Roma. At 25 years old, the Ivorian defender is seen as a market opportunity, particularly as Roma may be open to letting him go for around €40 million, a fee considered reasonable given today's European football standards. Ndicka has already made a name for himself in both the Bundesliga and Serie A, with strong performances for Eintracht Frankfurt and more recently Roma. His defensive solidity, combined with excellent positioning and aerial strength, has made him a sought-after target. And although Manchester United are also keen, especially with Lindelof likely leaving and Lisandro Martinez struggling with injuries, Newcastle look ready to enter the race in force. For those familiar with the work of Ruben Amorim, United's new manager, it's easy to see why Ndicka is high on their list. The Portuguese coach favors systems with 3 centre-backs, which demand versatility, pace, and tactical intelligence. But the same applies to Eddie Howe's project. With potential departures and the need to reinforce one of the most tested areas in the Premier League, Ndicka's arrival would be both strategic and bold. It's worth noting that Tottenham and Nottingham Forest have also inquired about the defender's situation. However, Newcastle have a significant advantage: a growing sporting project, a solid core, and the promise of an immediate starting role, all factors that could heavily influence the player's decision. Sources close to Ndicka's camp say that despite talks with other clubs, there is genuine interest in joining a Premier League side that offers ambition and stability. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the moment. Following these developments in real time is what unites us as fans. Your subscription ensures you won't miss a single twist in this saga, and of course it helps our channel grow alongside our beloved club. It's quick, easy, and makes all the difference in keeping this 100% Magpies-focused coverage going strong. Back to the race for Ndicka. What's most fascinating is how quiet all parties involved are trying to be. That's because the summer market can be tricky. A poorly timed word can inflate prices, ruin deals, or even attract new competitors. So, the current silence is more than just caution. It's part of a chess match involving millions of euros and decisions with a direct impact on next season. Another key point is that Newcastle aren't just reacting to the market, they're anticipating it. The coaching staff have been assessing defensive options for months, and their interest in Ndicka isn't new. His age, international pedigree, and adaptability make the Ivorian one of the most realistic and promising targets to quickly slot into the club's project. Time, however, is not on anyone's side. Ndicka is seen as an opportunity, but also a risk if talks drag on for too long. There's a sense of urgency behind the scenes, and the coming days are expected to be decisive for Newcastle to make, or not make, an official offer. If they do, it's likely to be done quietly, a hallmark of the club's new transfer policy. For Magpies fans, this is one of those situations worth keeping a close eye on. We're talking about a player who could solve one of last season's biggest issues, defensive stability. And more than that, it would be a powerful response to direct rivals who are already aggressively strengthening their squads. Ndicka wouldn't just be a signing, he'd be a clear message to the rest of the Premier League. That's why I'll say it again. If you want to stay updated with news like this, carefully sourced and delivered the way real fans want, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We bring it all to you first. No fluff, with that special touch only true Newcastle supporters can deliver. And the more of us there are, the louder our voice becomes online. Too close, one big question remains. Will Ndicka be wearing black and white next season? Can Newcastle outmaneuver the likes of United and Spurs? And most importantly, will the club's ambitious project be enough to convince the defender that Tyneside is the perfect next step in his career? As always, time will tell, but all the signs suggest this transfer window is about to heat up.